So your album, Next Now. By the way, what you said yesterday about Next Now,
Yes.
oh my God, we're going to post that along with this one so you can see what he said about Next Now. Awesome. You know, obviously the first release off of it is God's Up to Something. Tell us about that song. How did you arrive to that song?
Well, I believe in writing in teams, and so I put together a songwriting team, and I am the creative director of this group. And we start on the song, we record the song, and we love the song. We try to pitch the song, and no one likes it. That was 10 years ago.
Wow.
It was 10 years ago. And so we were praying about this song. We believe in it. I could call some names of some artists who are friends of mine who they had the song in their hand and said, well, it doesn't work for me. And so we put the song down for 9 years.
Wow.
And it just sat there. We got ready to do the record, and the producer said, it's okay, but it's not strong. And we believed in the song, so we said, let's do it anyway. And it became a hit. And what I want to do, I want to encourage those people. If you are working on something and God gave you something, it has a time frame. There's a birth date attached to it. You have to respect the timing of God. He said, your times are in his hands. And that's the thing about it. I wanted to talk about this song because it's the theme of different people's programs and different things. Its time is now. Next Now is a powerful statement about God depending on us to have faith for what he's promised. And so there's so much I can say about that. If you give me the space, I'll say this. A lot of churches want to do records. Right. We did this record because we believe it's something that God wanted us to do. And God wanted to show the world the worship culture of our church for whatever reason. It's not great people. It's not rich people. These are working class people that love the Lord. But there's something about the sound. There's a joke we have that God stores the oil in Dothan. So
everybody find yourself in Dothan.
Or Montgomery.
Or Montgomery.
Because Safe Harbor will kill me.
Awesome. So as far as the project, is God's Up to Something your favorite song on the project?
It is one of my favorite. You know, there's a song on the project called, there's two. One is I Look Like You When I Worship, and that's special because Aaron Lindsay and I sat down and he interviewed me for an hour. He asked me a lot of questions you asked me today about worship, how do I see worship? And I said to him, I believe you take on the characteristics of what you worship. And we started to write this song, and we got so deep into it that we started bringing people in to assess different segments of the song. It ended with Israel Houghton. He came in and helped with the tag of the song. And so this is a strong song. I love that song, but there's another song. It's called Holy and Righteous that I wrote. And that's on the extended version. And I love that song because it's so pure, it's so simple, but every time we do this song, God manifests his presence and something happens. So those two are vying for my favorite.
What's next for you? What is Pastor Ramsey, besides preaching all over the world and filling up our Twitter feeds? What's next? Well,
you know, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to organize. You know, a lot of what God has done has been really spontaneous. Really, it happened all of a sudden. And so we're trying to organize the progress and the growth. And from there, we really want to we want to touch the world in a way that will leave a lasting impact. My heart is to instruct. I'm an encourager at heart.
Yeah.
I've been in places where there is a lack of encouragement. People are just making it. And so that's my goal, is to establish an organization that just does nothing but use every resource we have to encourage people, to give them heart, to give them courage. I think it's the cheetah that they said its heart is so small, it's fast. So it starts to chase, but because of the size of its heart, it can't continue to chase. And so if it doesn't catch its prey within a certain amount of, I think 50 feet to 100 feet, it stops the chase. Well, we want to change people from cheetahs to lions, so they could chase as long as they need to track down the prey and just make an impact. That's our heart.
That's awesome. Well, we're done. I wanted to say thank you so much for taking time out, talking to us. I know you're busy. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate with what you're doing to inspire people, but as well as inspiring worship leaders. I think we're an unforgotten people. So I appreciate what you're doing and what you've done here today. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.